was impossible to bring a Stalhorse from the depths to the surface. We invested billions of Hylian taxpayer dollars into the Stal-Lift program to no avail. But today, we make dreams a reality. Can you believe Tears of the Kingdom is a year old? I wanted to make a video going back to Hyrule and most importantly visiting my beloved Stalhorse Brook. If you're new around these parts and you're saying to yourself, what the hell is even that? Stalhorses are these cute little bony steeds. They roam free deep beneath the surface of Hyrule. This particular one is my Stalhorse. His name is Brook, and I've been on a mission to bring him to the surface. Hasn't been going great. Our mission begins in the general vicinity of Tobio's Hollow Chasm. After making the arduous journey to get Brook here, I'll need to painstakingly rocket him up through this hole, back into what I called no man's land in my previous Stalhorse video. This is specifically around -155, or the area where Stalhorses go poof, disappear, they go away because the game is loading in between the depths and the surface. Once we get Brook there, we'll be rolling out a brand new strategy, but we have to get him there first. Today, I learned Stalhorses love to swim. Or not. I guess Stalhorses just fucking die when they touch the water. That's news to me. Maybe it's because it was a year and I'm out of practice, but whoa, buddy, did it take me a few attempts to get Brook back up into Tobio's Hollow Chasm. Oh no. Oh. No, 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 no. Wait. Did they make this fucking thing more steep? I ended up taking some sagely advice from a friend. More about him shortly. I left Brook here for a second. I went back up onto the surface to grab this beautiful cage. I glued an apple to it. You know, for Brook. Brook likes apples, and he might get hungry on the journey. Back down to Brook with my new vehicle in tow. He was right where I left him. I was able to just scoop the little fella right up. No need to rebuild the Stal-Lift another 700 times. Yay! After a mildly precarious launch, we had clear skies. It was a quick and easy flight to Tobio's. Finally, Brook was in position. Perfect. Now this is where everything changes, courtesy of the Cactus Plant. Cactus is a legendary Hylian engineer, and when I spoke with him about my Stalhorse troubles, he had a plan. This was my actual response when I read his message. Huh? So I'm gonna leave the sciencing and the engineering for him to explain in his video. You're gonna have to go watch that one right after this one. Whether or not Brook sees the surface hinges directly on what I'm dubbing the Cactus Method. To put this simply, we're gonna scare Brook into no man's land. But first, we'll save the game twice. Cactus really emphasized the importance of paranoid double saving, which I normally do anyway, even when the stakes aren't high because I have trust issues. Next, we'll take out a Zonai something or other and move it around close to Brook so that he runs up into no man's land. Once Brook has vanished, we enter no man's land. Then we need to play a ravaging round of the floor is lava. Basically, we have to go from Tobio's all the way up to this other chasm in the northwest without touching the ground. I built a rudimentary Zonai copter thing and started my flight very gingerly starting and stopping the device to bring it lower to the ground. Skillful. Not gonna lie, it was a pretty scenic flight. A few minutes later, I was ascending the chasm and the game really had to think about what was happening as I grew ever closer to the surface. This next step might surprise you, but now that we're on the surface, I'm gonna do a very special gamer play. I'm gonna hurl Link into Lake Hylia and drown him. He's gonna drown. The reason we're doing this is because Link is going to respawn back in Tobio's Hollow Chasm on the other side of no man's land with Brook, because to the game, that's the last place Link was standing. See, we played the floor is lava so well that the game has no idea what's going on. Like me. Why does it work? I don't know, but Cactus will probably explain it. In any case, wrong warp complete. The hard part's out of the way. What are you doing here? Now all we have to do is ride up the rest of Tobio's and Stal-Lift Brook out of here. It's kind of funny, I really was close to cracking the code last time around, but I never would have thought about this wrong warping method. See, that's why it's really important to collaborate with people. Stal-Lifting Brook out of this was standard procedure, easy stuff. There was absolutely no mistakes here whatsoever, no issues, no collisions with the wall or anything like that. And And just like that, a year's worth of experimenting, a year's worth of failed Zonai creations, all that funding to the Stal-Lift program, a year's worth of dreams. At last, Brook is on the surface of Hyrule.
But Lou, there are Stalhorses on the surface.
I know.
Well, now my Stalhorse is on the surface too.
Hey, come on, baby! Come on! Yes! Come on!
That's right! I win! Sorry about that. Now we just need to fly Brook out of here because this stupid thing is surrounded by water, but this is super easy. I've done this 100 times. Guys, I'm not gonna lie, this was a pretty dark moment in my life. I thought using recall would maybe pull Brook up out of the water, but in fact it only made things much worse. In my defense, the way Brook was running around in there is what tipped the thing over and into the water. Had I activated the Zonai floaties, none of this would have happened.
Who cares? I don't care. I don't even care.
I don't know what it was, but after my horrific aquatic incident, it took me an absurd number of tries to fly myself out of Tobios again without touching the ground. My Floor is Lava Championship title was promptly revoked. But at long last, we made it. By the time I was hurling Link back into Lake Hylia, I was thinking, wow, drowning myself would be pretty great right about now. I'm just kidding, that's a joke, and I'm having a lot of fun doing this. Another perfectly smooth Stal-Lift ride with no issues whatsoever, and let me tell you, we are so back. I rocketed Brook off the little island and suddenly Hyrule was our oyster. So, what do we do now? Obviously, we gotta try and board Brook at a stable. One short scenic ride absolutely riddled with the incomprehensible horror of a random enemy destroying Brook. After all this later, I found myself at the Hylian stable. And this disgusting motherfucker called Brook a nightmare. First off, not your buddy. Second, let me tell you, the only nightmare here is someone speaking in such an uncouth manner around my beloved stallion. I rode off, and that's when it hit me. In the video where I kidnapped Purah for science, I built Link a house, and I said this. And a stable, which will remain empty until I finally get Brook onto the surface. Obviously, we have to bring Brook home. The journey begins. Hyrule Maps gave me a bad route, aka I'm not great at planning things, so I had to pass the Gleeok, which was quite an experience. I think he's still a little mad at me for having my Korok friend massacre him for another video. He was shooting fire at Brook and Link for what felt like an eternity. Since I was in the neighborhood, I wanted to see if you could bring Brook to the desert, but I encountered two more scumbags over there calling Brook a monster. The only monster here is you. Here's a curious observation. It actually does play the horse theme while you're riding Brook on the surface. That's kind of interesting. I stopped by Lookout Landing to show Purah my mighty accomplishment, but I learned that Brook doesn't do well with stairs. No sweat, a quick rocket will... Huh? I didn't want to show Purah my mighty accomplishment anyway. Brook, I'm home. Or more appropriately, we're home. Side note, if you're hanging out at Link's house, you're gonna wanna go ahead and not hit the bring horse in button because that's actually the make Brook disappear button. They said it was impossible, but thanks to the cactus method, my dreams are now a reality. And with that, I feel like I've truly completed Tears of the Kingdom now. By the way, I did find Zelda, but this was way more important. Massive thanks to the Cactus Plant for guiding me through this process. Make sure you watch his video on the topic too. He is genuinely a sage when it comes to this game, and he was super kind to lend a hand in something oh so crucial. And a huge thanks to my friend Knobtop for creating this awesome Operation Stal-Lift graphic. Thanks for watching. If you're new here, smash that subscribe button and watch some of my other Zelda videos here. Or if you're feeling like going on a whole new adventure, I have an Animal Crossing series where I fight demons. All right, bye.